the Comma in Sports Network.
NFL Nation, how you doing? Come on in. Welcome to As the NFL Turns, Week 6, baby. It is here. I'm your host, Dolph Jackson, baby. And I'm looking around, baby. My guys, man, first of all, man, shout out to all my co-hosts, man. Shout out to Lawrence, man. Shout out to Carlos. My guys have been under the weather, man. Shout out to all my other brothers, man. I'm talking about Jeremy. I'm talking about Cowboy, Coach Rock, Zach, Nonfiction, man. Shout out to all my brothers, man. Feel better, man. I don't know, man. We got a bug that's hitting the Come On In Sports Network. But listen, baby, it's Sunday, Week 6, baby, and we are here. Your boy Dolph is here with you. I got you covered right now in the third quarter with 5 minutes, family, and 13 seconds to go in the contest. It is the Denver Broncos leading the New York Jets 10-9 right now. The story of the game right now, the Jets have been moving the ball. They got an early turnover, were unable to cash in. They've kicked 3 field goals. And right now, again, the score is 10-9. The ball has just been the Jets just punted the ball, and they're just down to inside the Broncos' 5-yard line. Again, for those of you who don't know, it was an early start in London. That game is in the third quarter. 10-9 right now. Broncos leading. Now, some quick stats from that game. Right now, Justin Fields, hey, he's completed 63% of his passes, but only, get this, for under 4 yards of completion attempt. Right now, he's at 3 yards of attempt. Got to do better. He's just third pass for 34 yards today. On the ground, Breece Hall has been held in check. 15 carries for 38 yards in that contest. On the other end, Bo Nix has gone 15 of 21 for 125 yards and 1 touchdown. On the ground right now, the Jets defense doing a good job bottling up the Broncos running offense, On the leading rusher right now for the Broncos is Bo Nix on 3 carries for 26 yards. The long touchdown came from the third-string tight end Atkins, as he caught a 23. It was like I believe like a 16-yard reception for the touchdown from Bo Nix. And it was a great play. So what they did, they faked the screen, and he pretended as if he was going to block, and both the defenders bit up, and he was wide open. Great play design there by Sean Payton. Broncos executed to perfection, and that's the difference. The difference right now is that 1 touchdown in this contest. If the Jets were able to at least put 2 scores up now, they can be up right now in this game 17-10. But again, they're right there. It's 10-9. A lot of time left in that contest. All right, we got some family members coming in, man. Let's see who's in the building right now. Elite Goods, Elite, how you doing? Come on in. Fly God, how you doing, my brother? Come on in. Is in the building. My brother Nine is in the chat, baby. Shout out to Nine, baby. How you doing, my brother? Let's get it going, baby. Kelly Gardner, Kelly, how you doing? Come on in. Annie Marie Elizabeth Pulaski. Annie, how you doing today? Come on early. All right. Nine said it's too early for me to be loud with no privacy. I got you, homie. Annie says, go New England. Not today, man. We pulling the upset. I hear you, Annie. We pulling the upset. That's right. You coming up against my Saints, baby. We ain't scared. We know what you did last week. But thank you all for being here. And listen, let's keep this thing going, family. Let's keep it going. Now, today, the LA Rams. Oh, my guy's in the building. Willie, how you? Well, Willie, I got Willie. Willie, how you doing? Come on in. Yeah. So let's go to this game. First game up, the Rams against the Ravens. Well, as you heard me say all last week, if your offense is ailing and you need that medicine, you need that remedy, you need that taste to get you going, all you have to do is wait and look at your schedule and see if the Baltimore Ravens are on your schedule. Because right now, that defense for the Ravens, I said it last week. I'm going to say it again. I don't believe I have to sit here and say this, but that Ravens defense, family, is god awful. Plain and simple. When I look at that defense for the Ravens, they are players, they are masquerading in Ravens uniforms. We know when you think about the Baltimore Ravens, you think about stingy, tough, in your face, bringing it to you each and every play defense. That hasn't been the Ravens this year, giving up 37 or more in each game this season. Last week, they gave up 44 to the Texans, a team offensively and the quarterback in C.J. Stroud that was struggling. Now they get Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Higbee. Man, it could look real ugly. It could look real ugly real fast. And we got a safety. We got a safety in the Broncos in the Jets game as there was holding called in the end zone on the Broncos. And man, the Jets lead this game 11 to 10. You can't make this up. 11 to 10. The Jets are up with 4:56 to go as they're getting ready to field the kick. Wow. How about that? Thank you for that, Willie. And I just seen it on the screen. But getting back to the Ravens and the Rams today, Derrick Henry is on the drought. As a matter of fact, this is the longest drought for Derrick Henry in his career. He has had 50 or fewer rushing yards in just one game. Well, he had 50 or fewer rushing yards in one game all the last season. He has had 50 or fewer yards in his last 4 games. I'm going to repeat that. Now, we know the struggles with the Ravens defense. We know they have a lot of players out, but quite frankly, when those players were in, they still were getting steamrolled defensively. But now, once again, the question has to be asked, what the hell is going on the offensive side of the ball? I know Lamar Jackson is out this week. He was out last week. Cooper Rush is a more than qualified backup in this league. But damn it, when you have Derrick Henry in the backfield and he's only getting 4 or 8 carries a game, something's wrong with that picture. Now, as the head coach, you the CEO, you put people in position to do their job. Now, are we the only ones sitting here seeing that this offensive coordinator is not doing his job? No, John Harbaugh is not doing his job as the head coach. Derrick Henry, less than 50 yards in 4 straight contests. This goes back to last year. They totally misused him. You got him for the playoffs. Like, you're not going to playoffs. It would take a significant hell of a turnaround for the Ravens to make the playoffs. In the AFC, it's over with. It's over with. As October the 12th, I'm telling you, it's over with. And I damn sure don't expect them to win today. If the Rams come to play their football and they come to play, look for the – I'm telling you now, the Rams can put up 50 today on this team. And we know on the other side of the ball, that Rams young defense they're good. That front 7 for the Rams, they're very good. Now, they can be had in the secondary as last week, Mac Jones went off on them last week. So the thing is, can the Ravens get some type of offensive flow going today? Can they feature the running game today? Everything today should be based off Derrick Henry. Look, the Rams, no doubt, are going to key in on Henry, and we understand that teams key in on Derrick Henry every week. It's been that way since he entered the NFL, and with good reason. He's one of the best ever to do it. But right now, to me, the Ravens, they are not taking advantage of Derrick Henry's ability. You got two tight ends. You got Andrews. You got Likely. You got Zay Flowers. So they are weapons. And again, that offensive line for the Ravens also has to play better. And Cooper Rush has to play a much better game this Sunday than he did last Sunday. But in this contest, family, I just see the Rams winning this game. I don't see the Ravens winning it. And quite frankly, I'm not expecting it once again to be close. And if it is another blowout today at home for Baltimore, look, there should be some major shakeups in Baltimore. And I think a head coach should be put on notice. Listen, we understand everything John Harbaugh has done for the Ravens, but he has also failed this team in the last several years as the head coach. All right, family. Now we're going to move on to an intriguing matchup in Carolina. As the Dallas Cowboys go to Carolina today, and they take on the 2-3 Carolina Panthers. How about that? That's right, the 2-1 Cowboys at the 2-3 Carolina Panthers. This game today puts two teams that were looked at differently coming into this season. First, let's start with the Cowboys, America's team on every network, most hated team. Everybody hates the Cowboys. Either you love them or you hate them. But the thing that the Cowboys were missing last year when they missed the playoffs was Dak Prescott. Now, they're 2-1, but it's not because of Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott has been playing MVP caliber football. They demolished the Jets last week. Don't let that final score fool you. It was over. And that Cowboys defense that had been struggling all season long, they showed up against the Jets. But we're all talking about the Jets who just have 11 points today. So we shall see. Now, Carolina fell behind 17-0 to the Dolphins last year, showed great resolve, and came back to win that game. The Panthers this year, they have been a team that's kind of like feast or famine. Either they show up and they put together performances like they did against Atlanta and Miami, or they throw a total dud like they did against the Patriots. So what are we to get today in this contest? So let's take a look at some things about the game. First of all, Carolina quarterback Bryce Young has completed 3 of 12 deep passes for 79 yards and 2 interceptions this season. That deep, he has to get better with that. Is that a lack of arm strength? That wasn't looked at when he was coming out. He was seen as having a good NFL arm. But so far this year, only 79 yards with 2 interceptions, including 1 of 8 passes for 29 yards and an intercept when he's targeting his rookie T-Mac McMillan. So Bryce Young's going to have to play good football today from start to finish. Bryce Young goes through games when he has these lulls and he looks really bad. He doesn't look good. And then it's like a switch clicks and he starts to he finds his rhythm, and it's almost like they have to get down. He has to get behind the 8 ball before he start the playing. But he cannot afford to do that against Dallas today because the Cowboys' offense, is, even without CD Lamb, the Cowboys' offense is explosive. Thurbin, Pickens, and the godsend for the Cowboys is this. The Cowboys have not had a running game in the last several years since they lost Ezekiel Elliott. I'm not even counting the Zeke that came back. But this offseason, when the Cowboys added Javonte Williams, the former Denver Broncos running back, to their roster, I immediately told friends and family they got to steal. The only thing that held Javonte Williams back in his NFL career was injuries. And now you see when healthy, this young man, he's a load. He gives Dak Prescott that running game. That opens up the play action for the Cowboys. Thus, you have Ferguson. You got Turbin. So the Dallas Cowboys today at Carolina, I'm going to go with the Cowboys today. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think the Cowboys pull it out in the end in that contest. Now, let's go to the desert. Well, not the desert. We're going to Indianapolis, Indiana, baby. Danny Dimes. That's right, baby. Danny Dimes, baby. He is dominant all over the field this year. Daniel Jones has gone into Indianapolis and given them not just steady QB play, but he has given them winning football from the QB position. He is not losing them games. They feel as a team that they can win with Daniel Jones. They feel each and every single Sunday when they step on the field, they have a quarterback that can actually win them games. They can say, be the good teammate and say what they want. They did not feel like that about Anthony Richardson last year, and with good reason. I'm sorry. When he was coming out in the draft, many said that the young man wasn't ready. I can never knock a young man for chasing his dreams. And hey, if they go select you in the first round and they go pay you, do what's best for you and your family. But football-wise, that was a bad selection by the coach. It set them back. And to me, they were fortunate to get a quarterback like Daniel Jones, a quarterback who was with a franchise in New York that he did lead to a playoff. He had a playoff win, but he struggled. There's no doubt he struggled in New York. Other than that one season, he struggled. But now he comes to Indianapolis. He's found a home. He's in the right system. And it kind of reminds me of last year's story that we had in Minnesota with oh man, well, I am tripping. What the Vikings quarter? Help your boy Dolph. Every now and then I get a brain freeze, man. Y'all know I'm coming. I'm not no damn Mo Sanchez, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But the Reclamation Project last year, so I believe that the coach today at home against Arizona, there will be no Kyler Murray today playing for the Cardinals. The Cardinals, after getting off to a 2-0 start, you're kind of starting to see the problem with the Cardinals. It may be time for the Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray to part ways. I'm just saying. It doesn't seem like it's going to work. It doesn't hurt that you lost your top two running backs and Connor, then Trey Benson, Marvin Harrison Jr. So far, he again today, man, I just realized this. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going up against his father's former team, and his father coach was the all-time leader in receptions with 1,002 in receiving yards, 14,580 in receiving touchdowns, 128 in coach history. Thank you, Booker. Sam Darnold. Yeah, Sam Darnold. So that's how I look at Daniel Jones. To me right now, this is his season. This is the season where Daniel Jones finally comes into his own and finally is fulfilling what the New York Giants saw when they selected him in the first round. And by the way, the Giants weren't the only ones in that draft that had a first-round grade on Daniel Jones, though a lot of people want to turn their heads and say they didn't. They're lying. A lot of them did. All right, family, but in this contest, man, I just see it, the coach, man, being too much at home. You got the leading rusher in the National Football League. He is healthy. When Jonathan Taylor is healthy, simply put, he's one of the best in the league. Look for the coach. I believe the coach win this one today, family, 27-20. Bam Knight to start at running back 1. Bam Knight. Okay. I never heard of Bam Knight, but that young man gets his opportunity tonight. Willie's got to score for it. Willie said, Coach, 34-17. That's kind of where I'm leaning. Now, Jacoby Brissett's no slouch as a backup, but I just think Indy will be too strong for him today, and I'm going with Indy. Willie also said he was taking. Willie says he's taking the Panthers over the Cowboys, 31-27. Hey, I can't be mad at anything you said right there, Willie. None at all. All right, family, let's keep it going. And a quick update: they have 21 seconds left before the end of the third. Jets have the ball at their 27-yard line with a 3rd and 6, and Justin Fields just got sacked. Hammer came off. Cooper with the sack for the Broncos. And they're going to go to the full quarter with the Jets leading 11-10. The Jets defense is playing a hell of a game today. They're the reason that they're leading this game. All right. Willie said T-Mac Tat will have his first touchdown today. Hey, let's see. Who would it come over? What do you say get his first touchdown? Would it be over Diggs? Would Diggs give T-Mac his first touchdown as a pro? Let me know in the chat. All right, family, let's keep it moving. Now, normally this is the time where we'll slow it down a little and we'll go to 4 and out with Lawrence. But again, our brother is under the weather. We want to send our thoughts and prayers out to Lawrence. I'm laughing because what I just put in the chat with the score. Yes, 11-10, brother. That is the correct score. 11-10 into the full. I thought it was the bottom of the ninth right now, but that's the score, baby. 11-10. All right, family, let's keep it moving as our next game puts the New Orleans Saints. Now, I think I missed one. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Now we're rocking, baby. Now we rocking. Now, in a game that really, I believe not many of us thought that this matchup at this stage of the season would be as significant as it is today. To me, this is one of the must-see games today. I will be having an eye on this game today as I'm calling the Saints and Patriots game. But the Seattle Seahawks and Sam Darnold, they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Sam Darnold has completed 32 of 45 passes downfield for 700 yards and 6 touchdowns and 1 intercept this season. Like I previously said, we saw what Sam Darnold prior to last season had given us for 6 years. Many had no faith in Sam Darnold, but last year Sam Darnold had a career year. Sam Darnold came into his own. And this season, he got the bag from the Seahawks. And let me just say this. Sometimes it takes players a while to reach their potential that many saw that they possessed when they came into the league. I'm going to take it back a minute. I'm going to take y'all back a little bit. There was this journeyman quarterback. He was good. He was a journeyman quarterback, but he never could seem to find that right fit, that right home. But then he got signed by the Raiders and went on to win 2 MVPs and lead the Raiders to a Super Bowl. And I'm talking about Rich Gannon. So Sam Darnold, man, shout out to Sam Darnold, man. The kid has resurrected his career, and right now he's playing some of the best football in the National Football League. That Seahawks front four that get after you with just that front four. They have a good defense, good running game, good 1-2 punch with Walker the third and Charbonnet. Today they're taking on the Jaguars. Now, we think about the Jaguars, man. Trevor Lawrence, the enigma, who is Trevor Lawrence. When will Trevor Lawrence fully hit that plateau that everyone saw him or predicted him to be? Or could it be that the expectations that were put on this young man were truly unfair to him and may have been unattainable in real life? Has he been a failure? Has he been a bust? No. He's had winning seasons. He's led them to the playoffs. So he hasn't been a bust. But because of what was said about him and thought about him coming into the league, many kind of look at him as a failure, as though he's failed. And I for one am not in that category. I believe Trevor Lawrence is a good young quarterback. He's still young, he's still growing, and I still think he has the best football for Trevor Lawrence is still in front of him. Now, the day they host the Seahawks, they're 4-1. Every preview I got, I looked at, everyone has the Seahawks winning this game. Except your boy Dolph. No. My first one of the day. Damn it, I'm the only one here, so I got the long wolf it anyway. I'm going with the Jaguars, baby. That's right. At home, Etienne Thomas, that Jaguars defense, baby. I'm telling you right now, Jaguars today, they pull it off. They get the win over the Seahawks. I'm actually going with a score. I see Willie's got 24-13. Willie, I ain't far behind you. I'm gonna up you a little bit. I'm gonna call it 27-23. 27-23. I'm going with Jacksonville today at home over the Seahawks. All right, next game. The Chargers taking on the Dolphins. Chargers, Dolphins. What's going on? Every week I come on here and I say, man, what's going on with the Dolphins, man? South Beach, come on in. Let me know what's going on with your franchise, baby. Is it just the coach? When the players are going to be held accountable? All right. So Josh McDaniels, not Josh McDaniels, but Coach McDaniel, okay, he's a problem. Okay, but these players need to be held accountable too. You up 17-0 last week. And you lost that football game. That's on the defense. That's on the offense. That's who that's on. See, we gonna hold coaches accountable. You the head coach. You go be held accountable for your team underachieving, underperforming miserably. Because right now the Dolphins are one of the worst teams in the National Football League. Make no mistake about it. They might be the worst. If they play Tennessee right now, I think Tennessee will beat them. I think the Jets will beat them. So as we look at this game, the Chargers need this game. For 3 weeks, the first 3 weeks of the season, we all were touting the great start for the Chargers. 3 straight wins, all 3 in divisions, look good, doing a solid defense. Damn, they lose to the Giants, and then they lose again last week. 2 games in a row that they have lost. They go to South Beach. They're playing a desperate Miami team. Many just say, there's no way the Chargers lose 3. There's no way the Chargers lose 3. Justin Herbert has already thrown more interceptions this season than he did in 2024. Maybe that's why last year Jim Harbaugh kind of took the ball out of his hand. And many were wondering, when you got a quarterback like Justin Herbert, you got to let him loose. Well, Herbert's 4 interceptions, his 4 interceptions this season are tied for 5th most by quarterbacks, while his 3 interceptions in 2024 were the fewest among quarterbacks. So a big contrast from last season to this year for Justin Herbert. Got to play better. Now, for the Dolphins, they got to get the running game going, man. Devon Achane has been held in check. We know he is very explosive with the ball in his hand. To me, I think they need to get him in space more. They need to lose him in the slot more. Any way you can get this young man's hand on the football, you have to get his hand on the football. Achane, by the way, they have the Dolphins with Achane have run to the left on a league high 61% of the time. So that's clear on film. They're a left-handed team. When they run, they're going to run to the left. And A-Chain, who's been contacted behind the line of scrimmage just 29% of the time of his carries to the left compared to 56% of the time when he runs to the right. So that tells you why they're running to the left, because that right side of the Dolphins' offensive line is not getting the job done. Today against the Chargers, they get the job done today. I'm picking the upset. I'm taking the Dolphins over the Chargers. The Chargers whirlwind. Their free fall continues in South Beach. Dolphins get the upset today over the Chargers. Willie, I'm going to disagree with you on that one, but Willie got it 31-9. Willie, it won't be 31-9 today. It will be Dolphins 23, Chargers 16. That's where I'm going with that one. Now, let's go to two teams who just don't like each other. Oh, this is all throwback football here, baby. The Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Cleveland Browns. Dillon Gabriel made his debut as quarterback of the Browns last week against the Vikings and acquitted himself real well. Joe Flacco is gone. Shedeur Sanders today is the backup, and of course they have Bailey Zappi. Dillon Gabriel played good football last week. We know what that Browns defense is. And Quinshawn Junkins has been a godsend to the Browns. His ability to force defenses to put an 8-man in the box. I'm telling you, you're going to have to put an 8-man in the box with this young man. He's a special talent. He's a special talent on the football field for the Browns. Jerry Jeudy, of course, out at receiver. You got Harold Fanning and Njoku as your two tight ends, and Harold Fanning Jr., if you don't have him on your fantasy team, you might want to see if he's free right now and pick him up, because he's been getting in that end zone this season. So when they go 12 personnel with Jerry Jeudy, those two tight ends, man, Junkins in the backfield, and Dillon Gabriel, baby, he can get out that pocket. Dillon Gabriel got some wheels on him now. So Cleveland against Pittsburgh, man, they had that one loss against Seattle. I'm picking the upset in this one too. Dolph, you're going upset crazy today. I just see the Browns winning this game. I believe Dillon Gabriel is an upgrade from Joe Flacco in the regard that, one, he's more athletic. Two, he can extend plays, and he can create plays with his legs, and he has a running game, which helps him with play action. He has a go-to receiver in Jerry Jeudy. He has two good tight ends in Fanning and Njoku, and he has a hell of a defense. All he has to do is go in there and don't lose the game. Don't lose the game. I think he does that today. I think he gets his first win as an NFL quarterback. I believe they defeat Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers today. I'm going to go with I'm going to say Browns. I ain't going to get crazy. I'm going to say the Browns win this one on a walk-off field goal, 20-17. Now, Malik Collins, the very good defensive interior tackle for the Cleveland Browns, has posted a career-high 15.7 pressure rate this season, which is the second highest among tackles with at least 50 pass rushes. 9 of 18 pressures have come in under 2.5 seconds. So he's getting there. And his 3.5 sacks are tied for the most among defensive tackles this season. Now, and his career high is 5, and he's a 1.5 sacks away from tying his career high. So that Cleveland defense, man, I'm going with them. And then what the Browns have been doing this year on defense, man, they don't let you get started on the ground. They have been contacting rushes behind the line of scrimmage 60% of the time this season. The highest rate in the NFL and the highest rate by any team since 2018. Give me the Browns today in the upset. All right, family. Got some more family members coming in. Let's see. 9 said, yeah, this might actually be the Dolphins. All right. Willie says Willie has the Browns winning 20-17. Shout out to Who That Records. How you doing? Thank you for being here, my friend. All right, family, let's keep it moving, baby. Let's keep it moving. All right, next game up. Well, this one here is kind of close to Dolph Hart, baby. Here we go, baby. New England Patriots taking on the New Orleans Saints. Well, the Patriots, man, with an impressive win at Orchard Park over the Buffalo Bills. Last Sunday night, the Bills were stung, shocked, and I think surprised. But I called it last Sunday. I told y'all, the Patriots, baby, that they would get that upset. Why? Listen, Mike Vrabel is a very good coach. He's won everywhere he's been. One thing you knew about his team, they're going to be tough as hell. They're going to be in your face. They're going to be slime grimy on defense, man. They'll grind it out on you. And so now he goes to the Patriots. He inherits a young quarterback, second-year quarterback in Drake May, who is playing great football right now for the New England Patriots. Though he did not throw a touchdown last week, he didn't throw an intercept. He played a great, efficient game. He had a QB rating of 100 or better last week against Buffalo. Look for Drake May and company to have a good outing today against my New Orleans Saints. Look for Trayvon Henderson. I believe they'll try to get him more gone today, as the Saints have been susceptible to the run this season. But I ain't going with the Patriots, baby. I can't do it. They say Dolph every weekend. Who that day they said Dolph every week you go against us? Well, for good reasons. But this week, it's going to be a very tough game. Everyone's picking the Patriots in this game. Why not? They won 3 of their last 4. Impressive victory last week over Buffalo, a team the Saints failed to beat, but a game the Saints were in, had a chance. So with that being said, and plus that Patriots run defense is tough, the Saints today are going to have to establish the run, but not even that. I don't believe they will be able to run for, let's say, 120 yards. If the Saints are able to run for 90-something yards today, to me, that's a success against this Patriots defense. It's going to be about the attempts to me today. You have to keep the defense honest. And right now, we don't know for sure. I'm still waiting to see word. I believe it's going to be a game-time decision if they haven't already made it on Christian Gonzalez, if he's going to be out there. Because y'all know how I feel about Christian Gonzalez, baby. I believe he's simply one of the best, baby, if not the best, young cone in the National Football League. That's just my thoughts because the kid's that damn good. But today, if he's not out there, I think the Saints can get after that secondary. Even with him, people have been getting after that Patriots secondary. Young Spencer Rattler trying to get his second win as a quarterback for the Saints. I said I wasn't going with the Patriots. Hell, I might not even go with the Saints, but nah, I'm going to take the Saints in this one. I believe it's a better game, a closer game than the national media think. I believe the Saints get in here and find a way to scratch out their second win of the season against the Patriots. The Patriots, listen, they are 3-2. They won 3 out of their last 4. Things are looking up. People are patting them on the back. They're also in the rebuild, but their rebuild looks greater than the Saints right now. They have found ways to win. They know how it feels to put back-to-back wins together. The Saints do not. But I believe today the Saints find a way to get the mild upset over the Patriots today. I'm going to go in this contest, Saints 24, Patriots 21. I just think it's going to be a very close contest. Now, a game that I do tell you, I'm telling you right now, Cam Ward gets his second win as a starting quarterback in the National Football League. The Titans will find a way to beat the Raiders today. The Raiders got problems. And the problems start with Geno Smith. They went out and got Geno. They went out and got Geno to bring him in, to bring some consistency, some good play, some veteran leadership to the quarterback position. And simply put, he has been failing them. He has been either he's good or he's damn bad. And most of the time this season, he's been bad. And then on top of that, today, there'll be no Brock Bowers. Michael Myers will have to step up and be a more significant role today for the Raiders. Got to get more out young Gente, who seems to it seems as if he's starting to get his footing in this NFL. He's got to be a focal point, not just in the run game, though. I believe at Boise he wasn't asked to catch the ball that much, but he has shown good hands. I believe they need to get him involved more in the passing game. Nine's in the chat. Now, what's your thoughts, Nine, on the day's contest? Do you think you guys can pull it out? And if so, what's it going to take? Let me know in the chat. Now, the next game up, listen, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Joe Flacco just traded for, he will get to start today. That means that the Bengals will be dealing with a limited playbook. I understand it's Joe Flacco, Super Bowl MVP. He's a winner. He's a veteran, but he's only been there a week, family. Going up against Green Bay, a team that is 2-1-1, started the season out real hot, winning their first two, looking real good. Then had a tie, had a loss in the tie. Now they face Cincinnati at home. I believe this is an angry team. I believe that today the Packers defeat, with Joe Flacco, they defeat the Cincinnati Bengals in a closer game than many will think. And here, because of Joe Flacco, I don't look for as many turnovers as Browning was giving up. He was consistently putting that Bengals defense in bad situations, and there was no faith in him. These guys didn't have faith in him. He wasn't getting the ball to Chase, to Higgins. So they need to get the ball to Chase Brown too. For them to be in this game, they got to establish the running game today. So I'm going with the Packers in the game. I think I'm with you with that score, Willie. In the game that I think will be closer. I'm going in a tough, hard-fought game, 23-21. Willie, I like that. I'm going with you on that one. I'm with Willie on this one. 23-21 Packers over the Bengals. Now, see what Nine says. Nine says about his Raiders, he says, it all depends on Geno Smith and if he can take care of the ball. The O-line needs to get him some time as well, which will help the run game too. And Nine also says, if Geno can protect the rock, we should be able to pull this one out. But I honestly don't know, bro. Gotcha. I totally understand, brother. Totally understand. All right, family. Do your boy Dolph a favor. If it's your first time, you're welcome to As the NFL Turns pregame show here on the Come On In Sports Network. Usually it's me and all my guys, but listen, life be life, and sometimes you understand how that is. But I'm holding it down for my brothers, baby. Thank you all for being here. If you're not a subscriber, baby, hit that button, subscribe. We are here each and every single Sunday, and we will be here throughout the entire NFL season, getting you ready for the day's action. And right now, updating you guys, it is 11:10 still with 5:59 to go, but the Broncos now have a 2nd and goal from the Jets' 10-yard line. And I'm going to give a little play-by-play. It's going to be a handoff. And, broken tackle in the backfield, still gone. And the Jets swarm the back in the backfield, bringing up 3rd and goal. So here's going to be a big play. The Jets are in field, of course, they're in field goal range. Field goal, they take the lead, 13-11. But that game's getting late in that game, and the Jets are still in it. Even if they give up a field goal, they're still in it. And I don't think they're going to get in the end zone. They've been able to get in the end zone all day. So it's imperative for that Jets defense to put a hold to it. Matter of fact, let's get a little play-by-play as the NFL turns, baby. Early morning. All right. Bo Nix, empty backfield, 2 receivers to the top, 2 to the bottom screen. Nix back, looking right, looking left. Fade the end zone. Oh, he just overshoots his receiver, Courtland Sutton. It's going to be 4th and goal with 5:09 to go. And the Broncos will be sending out the field goal unit as they look to take the lead late in this contest. So great football going on. That's on NFL Network. For all those who didn't know, NFL started early today, crossed overseas in London. Yeah, he just missed him. He had him. He just led him too far. And now Will Lutz is lining up for what looks like a 27-yard attempt. Snap is back, kick is up, and it's good. The Broncos take the lead 13-11. All right. Wow, that's a crazy score. Man, isn't that a crazy score, family? All right, let's keep it going, family. Let's keep it going. All right. Our next game. Whoa. Detroit Lions, the #1 team in the table of 32 NFL Power Rankings here at the Come On In Sports Network, go out to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Many thought the Chiefs were back. They're back. They're back, but I told you, you play the Ravens. Everybody looks good this year against the Ravens. They lost to Jacksonville this past Monday night. They're going to lose today. The Detroit Lions will race up and down the field in this contest. Montgomery, Gibbs, St. Brown, Williams, and it's time to start putting some respect on Jared Goff's name. When we talk about, we like to talk about first-round picks, quarterbacks who have been the bust. Many tried to put that on Jared Goff, but Jared Goff has never been a bust. He's led teams to NFC championship games. He's been in the Super Bowl. He's gone to the Lions, and his career has soared with the Lions. The Lions have soared and roared again because of Jared Goff under center for them. They're a totally different team if he's not the quarterback. Jared Goff has been playing some of the best football in the league the last several years, and it's time for him to get his kudos. He goes in against the man, Patrick Mahomes, the man, the myth, the legend. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Chiefs, reeling 2-3, needing this game at home. Lions 4-1. So the Lions should go up and down the field, like I said. But I'm going to stop there. I actually believe that the Chiefs defense will somehow slow down this Lions offense today. And I'm going to go with the Chiefs in the upset because it's an upset. I'm going to go with the Chiefs in the upset. Coach, you like this pick. I'm going to go with the Chiefs in the upset today. I'm going to say Chiefs get it done. All these crazy scores today. 25-22. How about that? Let's go with that. 25-22. Now, Monday night. Here we go. It's a double hitter Monday night. We got Buffalo taking on Atlanta. Falcons coming off their bye. Buffalo coming off a loss Sunday night. This is a bit of a bye for them. Now that they don't play till tomorrow night against Atlanta. And let me tell you this. Buffalo will lose again. The Bills will lose 2 consecutive games. They will be A-Town stomping, baby, as Michael Penix, B. John Robinson, and that young Falcons pass rush will get after Josh Allen. That will make life hard on him and James Cook. I'm taking the Falcons on Monday Night Football, baby. Falcons over the Bills. I'm going to call it Falcons 28, Bills 19. I just believe Monday Night Football, Falcons coming off their bye. This is a national stage. This is a big game for them. Talent across the board for that Falcons offense. A good young pass rush on nucleus that they have over there. Good defense for the Falcons. I'm taking the Falcons over the Bills. And the other game Monday night puts the Chicago Bears against the Washington Commanders. Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, two former Heisman Trophy winners go head-to-head in this one, baby. Last year was the Commanders getting the best of the Bears. The Bears right now come in 2-2 on a 2-game winning streak. Jaden Daniels came back last week for the Commanders. Look for the Commanders at home. I'm going to go with the Commanders at home. I believe Scary Terry McLaurin will not be playing in this game. You got Deebo Samuel. This is where their acquisition all season of Deebo Samuel comes in handy. Jaden Daniels at home, his second week back. I believe he gets into even more of a rhythm. That defense for the Commanders is tough also. I believe there'll be a little too much for the Bears. And by the way, Roma Dunze, he's second in the league in touchdowns with 5. So I believe it's going to be a close game. As a matter of fact, I think it's going to come down to a field goal. I believe the Commanders squeak out a win against the Chicago Bears. I'm going to call it 27-24 Commanders over Bears. Well, family, thank you all for joining us this week for As the NFL Turns. I'm Dolph Jackson. Like I said, my brother's a little under the weather, but thank you all for being here. But before we get out of here, baby, y'all know one thing. No, we can't get out of here, baby, without the most popular segment in all of NFL pregame shows on TV or social media. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Straight Ballin'. All right, family. It's time for, you hear that music? Yeah. Hey. Yeah. It's time for Straight Ballin', baby. I'm solo this week, baby. I'm solo, but it's all right. Oh, it's the NFL Turn Nation, baby. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Who's your straight baller? Before Dolph gives you his straight baller of the day, I need to see yours in the chat right now. Who do you think is just gonna go straight berserk today? What if you can't put Cam Scatterbo because he's already played? All right, so here we go. Put it in the chat right now, family. Let me know. Well, while I'm waiting on you, baby, well, I'm gonna go, man. Let's love that music. Let's get it, baby. I just love that music. Let's get it. So, Dolph, where you going? As I look around the NFL this Sunday, who do I believe has a matchup that will allow them to straight go berserk? And I told you at the beginning, it don't matter who you are, how bad your offense has been playing this season. If you have the Baltimore Ravens on your schedule in 2025, you have your get-right game. And today, the LA Rams, baby, they are in the state of Maryland. And Puka Nakua, baby. Puka all over the Ravens today. Gonna go for $150 and 2 touchdowns, baby. That's right, Puka Nakua. If Dolph's player of the day, my straight baller of the day is Puka Nakua, baby. Shout out, baby. Talk to me, family. Who you got? All right. Damn it. Don said, damn it. I took this. All right. Now, I was thinking the same thing, dog. That's what I'm telling you, family. Look, good minds think alike, boy. Good minds think alike, baby. Listen, family. Thank you all for joining us here today on As the NFL Turns. I know you know me, you're used to the big cast of characters, but my brothers, hey, life be life, and like I said, thank you all for being here. We'll be back next Sunday, baby. Next Sunday, 10:05 a.m. Central, 11:05 a.m. Eastern time, baby. Set your notification bells. The guys should be back in the building with me next week. We gonna have some fun, baby. We gonna get you ready for the Sunday. Next Sunday's week 7 action in the NFL. Shout out to Young City, Night Ward, Cluid Street in the building. Who that to you, my friend? Good luck to you and our New Orleans Saints today. Oh, we ain't done yet, though. We ain't done yet, though. Who's gonna win it today? First of all, my upset of the day, my major upset of the day. My major upset of the day. Who's going to be my major upset of the day? Well, damn it, I already called it, but I'm going to call it again. I think it's the Browns over the Steelers. That's my major upset of the day. I'm taking the Browns over the Steelers in that contest. All right. Hit that like, that's right, baby. Hit that like button, baby. Get it done, baby. We in the building, baby. This has been As the NFL Turns. And to all my New Orleans Saints and all my New England Patriots fans, turn down the sound of the TV and tune into your boy Dolph as I will have live play-by-play coverage of the 3-2 New England Patriots, looking to become winners in four out of their last 5 games, taking on the New Orleans Saints, who tasted victory for the first time last week. So we have on the Come On In Sports Network family, As the NFL Turns family, I'm talking about Zach, Nonfiction, Emmanuel, Straight Cowboy, Lawrence, Jeremy, Coach Rocks, Carlos, PJ, TJ, and yours truly. Have a great Sunday, family. Enjoy your day of football. And remember, family, the doors are now open. So all you have to do is come on in. See you next Sunday, family.
The Come On In Sports Network.